Hey guys, welcome back to another video of this RX Java series. So in this video we are going to see observable utility operators. So there are some operators that will be like really helpful. So in this video we are going to see delay, time interval, and timeout. So these are related to time. Okay, the first one we are going to see is delay. So let's see its definition on the RX Java website. So as you can see, the delay shift the emission from an observable forward in time by a particular amount. So this definition says your whole observable stream will be paused. You can say as a pause for some time and then it will execute. So let's say it's marble diagram. Yeah, so as you can see, we have the stream one to one and there is some delay, and after that that whole stream is getting executed. So there is some time delay, right? So that's how delay operator works. So let's implement the same in Android Studio. So I have already created our observable, which is emitting ABCDE, and then we have our observable of type string, and I have added logs. Now we will add our delay operator on observable. Now we will, let's say we need to wait for 3 seconds, and we will pass the time unit as seconds, and then we will subscribe to his observer, and yeah, that's it. So that's how you can use the delay operator. So you need to pass one time and the time unit of it. So for our example it is 3 seconds. So let's hit this one and see. Now as you can see, it got on subscribe. It will wait for 3 seconds and then it will emit all the data. So there was some 3 seconds delay. So for delay we use delay operator. Okay, so let's move on to the second one. So the second operator is time interval, right? So the time interval is basically when you have multiple stream of data, let's say A, B, C, D, E, and the time between those emission, right? So you have A and B, and the time between emission of A and B, that will be emitted by this operator. Okay, the time between those two emission will be emitted. So let's understand its definition. So you can see the convert an observable that emits indication of the amount of time elapsed between two emissions. Okay, so that will be giving us uh, the time elapsed between those two data streams, right? So let's say is marble diagram. So as you can see, the data is emitting, right? We have three data items. In that one, you can see the first item takes this much of time. Okay, so the time interval operator will be giving you the time which took to execute this operator. The same with the second one, the time taken between the red and the green will be emitted by this operator, and the third one also, the time which took to emit the data between green and orange, it will be emitted. So let's implement this in Android Studio. So let's use the same data stream. So we have observable, we have observer. Now we will just replace this delay with time interval. Okay, now simple time interval. So as you can see, the subscribe is giving some error, right? So as you can see, it needs the timed class as a result of the on next, because you need your data as well as the timestamp. So this will be like wrapped into one class. So instead of output of string, we will have timed of string. We have timed of string. Okay, just import this one. The same in the on next. So now as you can see, the error is not there. So let's run this one and see. I'll remove the old one. So this operator will be giving us the time that took to execute this data as well as this data stream. So as you can see, we have a time class which has properties like time and then unit and the value. So the first value took 1 second, second value took 1 second, third value took 0 milliseconds to execute, and the fifth one took 1 second. So that's how you use your time interval operator. So let's move on to the third one. So the third operator is timeout. So let's understand its definition and its Markov diagram. So the timeout is the mirror of source observable, but the issue an error notification if a particular period of time elapses without any emitted data. So it will return an error if you don't have any emitted items in a particular period of time. So let's understand its Markov diagram. So as you can see, you have multiple data items. Okay, so the first four item got emitted within the time, and there is a delay which exceeded our given time. So the fifth one is not getting emitted, so it's break the output stream and it gives us on error. So let's implement the same in Android Studio. So for demonstrating the timeout observable, we need some delays. So what I'll do, I'll use the same observer, and we need to remove this time string into normal string, and here also we'll remove this one. So we'll add the timeout operator here. Let's say we need to timeout for 4 seconds. So if any data is taking greater than 4, then break my stream. Okay, now for delaying we will use create operator. So how this create operator works we will see in our upcoming videos, right? So for now you can just observe like we are customizing our emission. So we have our emitter, okay, that will emit our data. So let's say the first item we are emitting is A. Okay, then we will wait for, let's say, 2 seconds. So this is within the timer duration. Okay, so after that we will emit. Okay, I have this just changed the spellings. Yeah, so now after 2 seconds we will be emitting B, and then again same, after B emitting we will wait for 3 seconds, and then we will emit our third item which is C. Okay, now after C is emitting, let's say we need to wait for 7 seconds, or let's say 8 seconds, and then we will emit our D data item, right? And in the last we will call our on complete. So as you can see, the first we will emit A, then we will wait for 2 seconds, then we will emit B, then we will wait for 3 seconds, we will emit C, then we will wait for 8 seconds, and then we will emit D. So in this scenario, if you use timeout with a 4 seconds, so the first 3 items will be emitted because it comes under within the timeout duration, right? So 2 seconds, 3 seconds will emit, but the fourth item took 8 seconds to emit, right? So here we will get one error like saying you have some timeout. Okay, so let's hit this one and see how this operator works. Yeah, A, then after 2 seconds B, after 3 seconds C, and after 8 seconds it will be D, but it will give us error. So it got timeout because it waited for more than 4 seconds, right? So it gives our error. As you can see, the message is the source didn't signal an event for 4 seconds and has been terminated. So that's how your timer operator works. So that's it for the today's video. In the next video, we are going to see some conditional boolean operators, like you need to filter some data. Okay, so these we are going to see in the next video. If you found this video helpful, please like this video, comment down if you have any queries. I'll see you in the next video. Till then, bye bye.